Hello everybody, welcome to the Henstitute. In this particular problem, this is actually one of the MegaWork energy concept questions. I consider it a concept question just because it is using multiple choice and you don't have to do like a full-blown calculation. So the idea is the figure to the right is a block. So this block right there is being dropped onto a relaxed vertical spring. When the block is dropped from a height of 25 centimeters above the spring, it's compressed 5 centimeters. So basically, when this height is 25, then this thing goes down 5. What we want to figure out is how much would the spring be compressed if you were to drop it 50 centimeters. So the main idea is you're going to drop it another 25 centimeters. Or in other words, you're going to drop it twice as high. So think about these numbers and say, okay, H is now increasing by a factor of 2. So the way I would tackle this problem is realize that you have a change in gravitational potential energy, and it's going to be equal and opposite to your change in elastic potential energy. And the reason I know that is you don't have work being done except by gravity. You don't have work being done except by the spring. It's going to start from rest. It's going to finish at rest. And so that's basically where the MegaWork kind of finishes. For this one, you're going to have MGHI. Actually, you'll have minus because the final is going to be 0. And then over here, you would have minus 1 half KXF squared because your initial would be 0. So the little negatives will disappear. Now, I don't really care about the mass and gravity. What I'm looking for is how height is related to compression. So height is going to be directly related to compression squared, or in other words, the square root of the height is directly related to the compression. This is probably a better way of looking at it. So I'm switching over from an equal sign to a proportionality idea. So if I think about it this way, my height is going to increase by a factor of 2. The compression is going to increase because it's a direct relationship, so that instantly will cancel out A and B, because if you drop it from higher, it should compress it more. And then your first instinct is, oh, it's going to increase by the same factor. And so people want to answer D here. However, it's a square root situation, so it's actually going to increase by the square root of 2. So that's not going to be this one, and it's not going to be this one because this is actually 5 times more compression. So I don't know how that would happen, sometimes 5. So really what you're going to find is your new compression is actually going to be the old one, the 5 centimeters, times the square root of 2. And guess what? When you multiply those, you get 7.1 centimeters. And ding, 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 you have your answer. I hope that helps.